morning, Tomerlane and Newman. May I help you?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Sean Schwartz. I was told to get in contact with you regarding my case and the case, several other cases that you guys might be involved with.
Okay, well, the way we work is that I can put you through to our intake department because that's where you need to start. You are going to get a recording, but if you leave your name and a phone number and a little bit about what's going on, someone will get back with you within the next couple of days and discuss it with you in more detail.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you.
Intake Department at Kilmer Lane and Newman, a law firm specializing in employment law, civil rights claims, and criminal defense. A legal assistant from our intake department will be getting back with you to conduct a 5 to 10 minute intake, getting the basics of your situation to provide to the attorneys for evaluation. Please leave a brief message, including your name and phone number, leaving phone twice, which attorney you are calling for, and a brief explanation of why you are calling. Calls are returned in order in which they were received, with one voice message being sufficient. Let us know if you've called before, and please don't assume we already have your phone number. You are also welcome to visit our website to submit a web form at www.kln-law.com. Click on the Contact Us link. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sean Schwartz, and this is actually regarding both David Lane and Kilmer, because this regards both cases for both of them, including the case of Sammy Lawrence and a few of their previous cases. I was assaulted by the same officer that Sammy Lawrence was back in January of last year. The police took advantage of my disabilities to prevent me from being able to defend myself. And had they done their jobs, Sammy would have never been assaulted because that officer, Officer Waylon Lolatai, would no longer be employed. Also, because they refused to even take a report from me for an entire year, officers across the state of Colorado and Nebraska took part in assaulting, threatening, and intimidating myself and anybody who tried to help me. My name is Sean David Schwartz, and you can look my name up on YouTube. You can look it up on the internet. I was slandered worldwide. I still have people who threaten my life, sir. I was never allowed to defend myself. They went out of their way to do everything they could to prevent me from having an honest day in court, up to and including preventing me from going to 2 civil court dates against the family that was threatening me and harassing me over the death of Natalie Bollinger. I spoke out because I couldn't get anyone to listen. I couldn't get the cops to do anything. A lot of people wanted to help but were unable to due to poverty and due to fear of the police. And I have now the need to fear police in Cheyenne, Wyoming, which is one of the places that I had to go to try to find a safe place. I'm autistic. I have Asperger's, and I also have Tourette syndrome. And I was also homeless for a lot of years. I helped a lot of homeless people. That's what I did. Because of the slander against me, I was assaulted over 30 times last year, and that's not including the 7 assaults by police officers. I was assaulted in multiple counties. I was prevented from making a report in multiple counties. I was lied to repeatedly. They entrapped me repeatedly because they knew they could get away with it by calling me mentally ill. I was assaulted in hospitals repeatedly. They used the mentally ill tag in order to injure me severely. Now, I have a lot of technical disabilities. I don't know how to use computers very well, and that was used against me. They refused to take a look at any of the threats or harassment by the Bollinger family or their friends prior to Natalie's murder. And they absolutely refused to take a look at anything since. Also, there's 2 officers who killed a man named Demetrius Shankling. You can look his name up on YouTube. Those 2 officers assaulted me in October, and they made fun of me the same way they made fun of Demetrius Shankling. They also put me in a chair when I tried to turn them in. I was assaulted by an officer in the Longmont Hospital. They used pressure points to try to basically feign an assault against them, just like the Boulder Police Department, Officer Lolatai had done in the Boulder Hospital, because they had assumed that I had killed Natalie Bollinger. They didn't find her murderer or her killer until February 8th, almost a month after the assault, and by then I had already attempted to commit suicide, and I was assaulted again. I was physically assaulted, forcefully injected with medications that are mind altering, and they don't have the right reaction in my system that these people expected. Everywhere that I went, they laughed at me and teased me, and I couldn't get a public pretender to actually do their job. They outright refused. They kept on telling me that it's out of jurisdiction. Meanwhile, the slander by the Bollinger family was allowed in court, and I was never allowed to speak on my own behalf. I was outright shut out by judges, lawyers, the police, the Bollinger family, and there were members of the Bollinger family who were pretending like they were going to try to help me, but instead they feigned a lot of things. I need somebody to take a look at the evidence, but because of my physical disabilities and my lack of money, they took all of my disability money. I got disability for back problems and for having Asperger's, and there were a lot of people involved. A lot of them were threatened or harassed or intimidated by the police, and a lot of them took me having a severe panic attack over the PTSD from the assaults against me um, as me being a terrible person, and I was never allowed to defend myself. I need help, sir, and your cases could only be helped by what they did to me. But it was across multiple jurisdictions in multiple counties because of what happened to me. I'm writing out the story as best I can, but because of my disabilities, I get overwhelmed very easily and I have to step away from it often. Also, I'm now being harassed by police here in Wyoming for.
You have reached the recording limit. To review your message, press 5. To delete the message recorded, press 3. To delete and re-record your message, press 7. If you are satisfied with your message, press the pound key. Ready. The message has been sent. Thank you for calling the law offices of Kilmer Lane and Newman. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to noon and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you're
Hello? Oh, it wasn't ringing yet.
Thank you for calling the offices of Kilmer Lane and Newman. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to noon and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you are receiving this message during normal business hours, we are temporarily unavailable. To leave a message for a particular individual, please press 5 for the spell by first name directory. Then spell their first name using your keypad, followed by the pound key, or stay on the line for the general mailbox. For Daryl Kilmer, press 101. David Lane, 102. Maury Newman, 103. Michael Fairhurst, 107. Tom Kelly, 125. Andy McNulty, 109. Leanna Orshan, 108. Reed Allison, 106. Or Tanya Valdez, 105. If you would like to speak with someone about Kilmer Lane and Newman representing you, please press 222. Please hold a moment. Thank you for calling the Intake Department at Kilmer Lane and Newman, a law firm specializing in employment law, civil rights claims, and criminal defense. A legal assistant from our intake department will be getting back with you to conduct a 5 to 10 minute intake, getting the basics of your situation to provide to the attorneys for evaluation. Please leave a brief message, including your name and phone number, leaving both twice, which attorney you are calling for, and a brief explanation of why you are calling. Calls are returned in order in which they were received, with one voice message being sufficient. Let us know if you've called before, and please don't assume we already have your phone number. You are also welcome to visit our website to submit a web form at www.kln-law.com. Click on the Contact Us link. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sean Schwartz. I'm sorry I'm leaving more than one message, but I forgot to give you my phone number. This is for both Kilmer and Lane. You guys can talk to Darren O'Connor about me. He's starting to become somewhat familiar with my case. I've been working with him in civil rights activism for I want to say about 7 years now. My phone number is that's my phone number and my name, and I'm currently in Wyoming so that I don't get assaulted by police. So please call me back. Thank you. Bye.
To review your message, press 5. To delete the message you recorded, press 3. To delete and re-record your message, press 7. If you are satisfied with your message, press the pound key. Ready. The message has been sent. Thank you for calling the law offices of Kilmer Lane and Newman. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to noon and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you are receiving this message during normal